And I am Intizera, and we would be your hosts for the rest of the evening. Oratory is the power to talk people out of their sober and natural opinions. Welcome to the first ever grand event of Wales Oratory Lounge, Whalequence, the premier version of inter-school and college declamation contest. This is the beginning of the new ideology, and inshallah it would be continued by the upcoming batches. This year we have planned it to limit it to just two events, Whalequence and Walesman.
Whaleman is a Model United Nations simulation especially founded for the young, enthusiastic diplomats who are keen to explore themselves and the world. Let's begin our event by the name of Almighty, and we would like Mr. Saad Rashid to please elevate the platform and start off with the recitation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان. والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. पनाह मांगता हूँ अल्लाह से शैतान मरदूद की। शुरू अल्लाह का नाम लेकर जो बड़ा मेहरबान नहायत रहम फरमाने वाला है। नहायत मेहरबान इसी ने क़ुरान की तालीम फरमाई, उसी ने इंसान को पैदा किया, उसी ने इसको बोलना सिखाया। सूरज और चाँद एक हिसाब मुकर्रर से चल रहे हैं और बूटियाँ और दरख्त सजदरेज़ हैं। और इसी ने आसमान को बुलंद किया और तराजू कायम की कि तराजू में हद से तजावुज़ न करो और इंसाफ के साथ ठीक तोलो और तोल में कमी मत करो। और उसी ने खलकत के लिए ज़मीन बिछाई और इसमें मेवे और खजूर के दरख्त हैं जिनके खोशों पर गिलाफ होते हैं और अनाज जिसके साथ भस होता है और खुशबूदार फूल। तो तुम अपने परवरदिगार की कौन कौन सी नेमतों को झुटलाओगे। इसी ने इंसान को ठेकरे की तरह खनखनाती मिट्टी से बनाया और जन्नात को आग के शोले से पैदा किया। और तुम अपने परवरदिगार की कौन कौन सी नेमतों को झुटलाओगे। जज़ाकल्लाह।
Jazakallah Sir. As our Dean Sir Wahaj is not present at the moment, we would like to request Sir Abad to please grace us with your presence and say a few words.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सबसे पहले तो आप सबके लिए मैं एक शेर अर्ज़ करना चाहूँगा। जैसे आंधियों में भी कुछ चिराग जला करते हैं, जैसे आंधियों में भी कुछ चिराग जला करते हैं, उतनी ही हिम्मत हौसला हम भी रखा करते हैं। मंजिलों अभी और दूर है हमारी मंजिल, मंजिलों अभी और दूर है हमारी मंजिल। चांद सितारे तो राहों में मिला करते हैं। तो आप सबका ज़्यादा टाइम ज़ाया ना करते हुए मैं आप लोगों को रूल्स से आगाह करना चाहूँगा। तो हम लोग के रूल्स हैं कि स्पीच आप लोगों की डेक्लेमेशन जो आप लोग करने आएंगे अभी, वो मिनिमम 3 मिनट की होगी और मैक्सिमम 4 मिनट की होगी। 3 मिनट पे आप लोगों को एक बेल सुनाई देगी, ठीक है, सबको आवाज़ आई है? और 4 मिनट पे आपको डबल बेल सुनाई देगी, ठीक है। तो ये हमारे बेसिक रूल्स हैं और इसके ऊपर हमारे जजेस मार्किंग भी करेंगे। अगर टाइम बहुत ज़्यादा कम होता है या टाइम एक्सीड करता है, 10 सेकेंड्स की लिवरेज है 4 मिनट के बाद, उसके बाद नेगेटिव मार्किंग स्टार्ट हो जाएगी, ठीक है। बहुत शुक्रिया।
We would like to start off our event with the national anthem of Pakistan. I would like all the audience to please stand up in honor of the national anthem. Thank you. Finally, we would like to begin our English declamation. But first of all, I would like you to introduce to our esteemed mentor, Sir Rahil Akhtar. He has been a TV anchor, an award-winning debater, international debate trainer. He has participated in debates for 16 years of educational life. He has won 50 plus awards in debates nationally and represented Pakistan in international debates forums twice. Associated with media as an anchor for 5 years and is heading as an international debate training organization, Speak Smart, in Pakistan. He is also the convener of Youth Parliament Debate Council and he is currently the trainer of Wales College and Wahaj Hussain School System. Please give a round of applause for our mentor, Sir Rahil Akhtar.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सबसे पहले तो आप सबको खुशामदीद, वेलकम एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शोइंग योर सपोर्ट। रफली 4 years बैक जब स्पीक स्मार्ट पाकिस्तान के प्लेटफॉर्म से वी डिसाइडेड टू गो टुवर्ड्स द स्कूल to promote the art of public speaking and debates and declamations throughout the city and other cities of Pakistan. Wahaj School and Wales College, the overall whole group, was the first educational institute that trusted that intention and उन्होंने उसमें हमें सपोर्ट किया एंड उसका रिजल्ट आज आप सबके सामने है कि 4 साल की एक अनथक मेहनत के बाद अब तक वी हैव qualified 4 batches of public speakers from Wales College and Wahaj School. These students are now known in debate circuit of Karachi, not only at school and college level, but 4 years back जो पहला बैच आया था वो अब यूनिवर्सिटी में पहुंच चुका है. इबाद was one of them and they are now making like एक अपनी presence feel करवा रहे हैं पूरे debate circuit में, तो we feel really pride on that. This competition, today's event, is the very first all Karachi declamation contest being organized by Wales College and Wahaj School. And पहले ही event में 80+ रजिस्ट्रेशंस आना एंड इतने सारे इंस्टीट्यूट्स की सपोर्ट शो करना, और उसके बाद जब हमने ये कहा कि जी 9 to 9:30 का रजिस्ट्रेशन टाइम होगा एंड वील स्टार्ट बाय 10 AM इंशाल्लाह, एंड मेजॉरिटी टीम्स का 9 बजे तक रजिस्टर हो जाना, I think that shows the commitment of these educational institutes from your end. आपके teachers, आपके mentors, आपके जो chaperones यहाँ पर आए हैं, उनका बहुत शुक्रिया कि उस time commitment को भी उन्होंने show किया हमारे साथ. And अब तक मेरे ख्याल है 30 हमारे English की registrations थी, 26 already आ चुके हैं. Remaining अगर आते हैं तो उनको हम देख लेते हैं, वरना otherwise after 20 minutes हम registration close कर देंगे. So ये मैं खाली सारी बातें आपको इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि एक जब intention अच्छी हो तो उसके बाद आप जैसे पार्टनर्स मिल जाते हैं साथ में उस इंटेंशन को मुकम्मल करने के लिए. सो आई विश यू ऑल अ वेरी गुड लक. आई विल बी हियर फॉर द होल डे इंशाल्लाह. आप लोगों से मुलाकात होती रहेगी. लास्टली आई डोंट वांट टू मिस दैट बिकॉज इन लोगों के बगैर किसी भी कंपटीशन की क्रेडिबिलिटी पे एक सवाल उठता है. तो पार्टिसिपेंट्स जो यहाँ मौजूद हैं मैं उनसे बात करना चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग आज पूरे दिन बहुत ही सेफ हैंड्स में हैं बिकॉज जो ज्यूरी हमने आज के लिए आपकी इन्वाइट की है, दे आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टैलेंट वी हैव अवेलेबल इन दिस सिटी. अभी आपकी ये बात थोड़ी देर में इंट्रोडक्शन भी आएगा आपके सारे जजेस का. इंग्लिश में जो हमारे पास इस वक्त ज्यूरी पैनल मौजूद है उसमें हसान बिन ज़की, उमैर रशीद एंड नूरुसबा तौकीर, जो लोग सर्किट पे मौजूद हैं वो इन सब के नाम बखूबी जानते हैं. वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट टैलेंट वी हैव इन इंग्लिश डेक्लेमेशन, इंग्लिश डिबेट्स एंड इंग्लिश पब्लिक स्पीकिंग. आप रिवॉर्ड्स की बात करें, रिकग्निशन की बात करें, सर्टिफिकेशंस की बात करें, इनके नाम की रिकग्निशन की बात करें, किसी भी मैदान में जाके इनको आप चेक कर लें. सो माशाल्लाह दे हैव मेड देयर मार्क एंड आई पर्सनली एम रियली थैंकफुल टू ऑल थ्री ऑफ देम कि ये लोग एक कॉल पे इस तरह के हमारे इनिशिएटिव्स में शामिल होते हैं, हमारा साथ देते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक टू ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.
Now, we would like to begin our English declamation, but first of all, I would like to introduce our honorable judges. Our first judge of the competition is Hassan bin Zaki. Hassan bin Zaki has served as a General Secretary of Awaz Debating Society of IST, Islamabad and Karachi University Debating Society. He is a bilingual speaker and has many laurels to his account in both languages, but he is more famous due to his numerous achievements as an English speaker. He is also the gold medalist from IST Islamabad for the year 2014 to 2015. He aced several team trophies for Karachi University in many national declamation contests, including QCET Sahiwal, KMC Peshawar, PMA Karachi, Gomal University Dera Ghazi Khan are his worth mentioning awards. He has also several individual distinctions, including Australian High Commission, Speak Smart, Pakistan, Sir Syed Government Girls College, King Awards, Gomal University, UVAS Lahore are some of his most recent achievements. He was awarded with the Special Achievement Award by his institute in 5th National Conference on Space Science and Technology for his numerous achievements in different categories all over Pakistan by University of Karachi, as well as the 3 consecutive years 2017, 2018 and 2019 in yearly prize distribution ceremony of UK. Let's give a big round of applause from Mr. Hassan.
Next, we have our judge, Umair, who is an all-rounder. Public speaking is one of his superior works. He has served as an English speaker and won many competitions. He has an experience of over 4 years in this field and has represented Tabani School of Accountancy at national level. He believes that public speaking is important because it improves confidence, awards you with better research skills, stronger deductive skills, and ability to advocate for causes. He is of the view that carving your name on the hearts is better than to carve your names on marble. Give a huge round of applause for Umair.
Our third honorable judge is Nurusaba, who is a cooperative teacher at the English department in the University of Karachi and currently enrolled in an MPhil program at the same department. Did Masters in English Literature from Karachi University, double gold medalist, graduated in April 2017, prolific public speaking background with awards and accolades in numerous speech, declamation, debates, and writing competition. She has written for many international magazines, example Express Tribune, The Nation, the South Asia Magazine, and New London Writers. She has also represented Pakistan in Kansas Women Leadership Program in the summer of 2015. Let's give a warm welcome to Nurul Sabah.
Starting with the first contestant, we would like to call upon Sara Ghaffar, Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Path towards success and subtle growth requires an array of medium to get through it. When the sports car of your mind is all set for a drive, there are still some hardcore needs, and this goes as of visualizing what to do, internalizing how it will happen, strategizing the plan, initiating it by yourself, overcoming the challenges, and making it necessary to be done. Vision is indeed unifying and inspiring, but needs a focal point to start and go through the hardships. That's what we call the power. This gives the sense of purpose and direction to your ambitions. Power is basically the clarity that fixes all the hassles and troubles coming in the way of your determination. It is surpassing the fears and planning more on how to go through the time of prosperity, as once well defined by Benjamin Franklin. Energy and persistence conquer all the things. Ladies and gentlemen, the history is embarked with examples of people whom vision were imbued with sense of purpose and direction, driven by power. Be Fred Astaire, who was told that he can dance, act, and sing, but became a huge success with Emmys, Grammys, and Oscars. Be Harlan David, whose fried chicken recipe was failed 1,000 times till he made it to KFC. Be Bethany Hamilton, whose hand was chewed off by a shark, but believing in her dreams and powers made her become the winner of Explorer Women Division competition. Or be none other than our ancestors having the power and competence to get an independent land for themselves that made them face anything that came in their way. Grit, perseverance, determination, enthusiasm, and consistency were the factors that made their vision and power to go like a railway track that takes a train right to its station. It is not possible until you just sit idly. It's all about making plans, struggling to achieve good, and keeping eyes on success. And clarity of your vision is just like a nimble smoke from a dying fire, which never reaches the sky to produce the clouds in the expectation of long-awaited rain. Without power, it is impossible. It is impossible to take risks, to experience the odds and excelling it. Conviction is an important tool. Power is important as it always drives the person to get to the end of the tunnel. In the end, nothing can conclude in a better way. As once said by Vance Havner, an American revivalist, the vision must be followed by venture. I repeat, the vision must be followed by venture. It is not enough to stare up the steps. We must step up the stairs. Thank you for your unwavering attention.
Great performance, Sarah. Now I would like to call Ahmed from Johar Degree College to share his ideas on the topic, Judge Me Like You Do.
With permission. Mr. President, what comes to your mind when you hear the word judge? Obviously, Desi parents. They are going to judge you anyway, no matter how good you are. No matter you climb mountains, swim oceans, land on Mars, nah. You are still useless because you didn't came first as Shabana ka ladka did in class 1. So wait. Mr. President, I don't judge. But when I entered Wales College, I was surprised to see how amazing these students are. Except few. I remember during my childhood days when I used to just change my hairstyle, my parents were like, "You're going to college or a fashion show?" Mr. President, Let's talk about Pakistan. So basically, there are three types of stupid people exist here. Number one, no, not you again, Mr. President. Number one, those who watched last episode of Mere Paas Tum Hai in cinema. Number two, those who watch Bowl Champions. And number three, last but not least, those who like PSL 5 anthem song. Like this is the shittiest song I have ever heard. Even Peak Friends Super song is better than this. Mr. President, I don't judge, but I stalk. I remember I was stalking this girl account and I found that she works at where 90% of Pakistani girls work. I don't work, I'm Baba's princess. Mr. President, I had to block her. Another day, another account. I came straight towards the bio and she works at Fullash on Papa's Cash. Mr. President, I blocked her too. Next day, I was stalking my cousin's sister account. And guess what? She posted a status, Netflix and chill. Attractive. While in real life, she was watching Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma in front of me. Mr. President, another day, another account. I was stalking this girl picture. Pretty. At that moment, I realized these girls are liars. Like first they are going to put foundation, then makeup, then mascara, then liner, then tomato, and then onion, and 3 drops of green chutney, and tada, picture posted. With a beautiful caption, hashtag no filter, hashtag natural beauty. No, Farhanda, that's not what we call natural beauty. Mr. President, at the end, I had to give up. I entered Wales College, where I met this pretty girl. She was so damn pretty. She was like cappuccino, and I was doodh patti. She was green lemonade. I was limu ka juice. She was Domino's pizza. I was naan roti, the burnt one. She was pro PUBG player, whereas I was still trying with my snake to not to bite himself and Nokia phone. Mr. President, at the end, I have a request. Please stop singing Tayyar Ho. It sucks. It honestly sucks. Thank you.
Now we would like to call Manahil Imran from Little Folks. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Flames, havoc, death. I see these 3 forces reigning supreme wherever I set my eyes upon. I see them in the chaos that rules every single nation of the world. I see them in the spark that almost ignited World War III. In a world set ablaze by hatred, burning in a rage, fueled by lies, destruction, devastation, and depression is all I know. Ladies and gentlemen, but one thing keeps me going. Hope. Hope. Hope that one day we will change. We will establish peace. We will fix what we have broken. Hope that we will rise from the ashes and thrive once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it was August 6th, 1945 that shook the planet terribly. Flames that shook the planet terribly. Ladies and gentlemen, suffering school kids were shot. Peaceful pensioners pulverized and blameless babies were bombed. I could see flames growing hotter, sucking harder. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were reduced to ashes. Phoenix, a symbol of resilience, a bird which when you think has died and turned into ashes, suddenly reborn from its own ashes with more power and beauty. Pakistan is also a resilient nation, regarded as unsafe and terrorist country, but every time we rise and rise with more power, from a time when no one wanted to visit Pakistan to the time when Duke and Duchess of Cambridge paid here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is hope that makes this time better than the last. Hope that beyond this horizon of doubt is something we can truly look forward to. Hope that we will rise from the ashes in a fiery feat of glory. Hope that is all we have and all we need. Thank you.
Our next contestant for the competition is Abira Iqbal from Mama Parsi. Why should I be punctual?
Why should I be punctual? Punctuality never got me anywhere except for this competition. But since it's been drilled into my head that being on time hides the disorganized, sleepy mess that I actually am, I try my best. It's not my fault I don't succeed. It's not like I plan to show up late. Respected judges, fellow participants, and my dear audience, a very good morning to all of you. After some intense research, I have come to the conclusion that punctuality is the damning art of waiting around for others and trying to guess how late they are going to be. The very few instances I was on time, all I wanted to do was grab my stuff, run back home, stand in front of the mirror, and ask the person before me, "Why did you do this to yourself?" See, punctuality is this fancy, complicated word created by the superiors that makes you oh so socially acceptable just so they can feel good about themselves. I mean, isn't following the moral standards of society just everyone's dream? If you're on time to all your meetings and interviews, congratulations to you. Everyone likes you now. But here's what they're also thinking. You don't have a life. I'll be truthful with you, dear audience, that no matter how hard I try, I can never be one of those fortunate people that get applauded for following a schedule. It's not my fault. I mean, I try my best, but it's just that time never waits for me to catch up. Fun fact, as my family and I were taking a trip down memory lane, I found out that I was supposed to be born on the 8th of September. But my birthday is on 14th September. Yes, I was late to my own birth. It's true. Punctuality and I have never been the best of friends, literally since the day I was brought into this world. But did that stop me from being born? And if that's not enough, I was also late to my very own sister's wedding. Running into the halls like a damsel in distress with everyone's attention on me surely made me understand what the hype of being fashionably late is all about. Did that earn me a death's glare and a huge mouthful from my dear mother? Maybe, but that didn't stop my sister from getting married. The question still stands, dear audience. Why should I be punctual? It's a free country, and all I have learned from my untimely incidents is that punctuality is just an inconvenience and yet another reason for the world to think lowly of the poor people like me. I really don't think it matters if I'm not punctual. At least I have good punctuation. Thank you.
Respected management and administration of all schools and colleges. Whalequence is live on Wales College and it will be shared on Wales Oratory Lodge as well. So those participants whose parents want to watch them performing or the administrations, your supporters, whoever wants to join them, you can join us on our page of Wales College and Wales Oratory Forum. Thank you.
I would like to call upon Shiza Huda from Comics College. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Life tried to crush her, but only succeeded in creating a diamond. In the air of Greek mythology, the finest and the most wonderful of its kind, the phoenix, wandering around the sky, mesmerizing people with its beauty and color. People watching the bird and exaggerating its elegance when this ravishing bird is grabbed by its own flames. The golden era turned into black coal, representing the end of golden era. Alas, the poor soul has breathed its last. But let's turn the Greek pages. Let's turn the Greek pages and watch how this phoenix reborns, resurrects, and rises from its own ashes, alarming the world. Awake. Rise from ashes to glory and greatness. Rise from destruction and create peace. Rise from despair and gain strength. Rise. Rise from your insecurities and spread love. Mr. President, year 753 BC, Rome being captured by the barbarian forces leading to the fall of empire. Yet, the state rose to prosperity with the strength of its armed forces. It was 1945 when the states of Japan, when the two cities of Japan were burned in ashes, were put on the flames of destruction. Yet, Japan did not die and rose to be the third largest economy of the world. It was again 19th century when Muslims of subcontinent were suppressed, oppressed, and subjected to violence. But these ashes of tyranny led them to rise to a new level, creating distinction for themselves in this world. A great philosopher has advised the world, like phoenix from ashes, they may defeat you, injure you, abandon you, but they will not, cannot, and shall not destroy you, for you, like Rome, was built on ashes, and for you, like phoenix, know how to resurrect. This world regards struggle as a weapon, where patience and self-belief are its basic components, and the warrior, as phoenix, shall rise when asked to give up, shall rise when asked to give up, shall resurrect when backfired, shall grow when squeezed to ground, shall scream when subjected to silence, and let the world know, awake, rise from ashes to glory and greatness. Be it Colonel Harlan Sanders, being abandoned by his family, abandoned by his career, opens up the second largest eatery outlet in the world named as KFC. Be it Bill Gates being dropped from an educational sector, today running the largest software across the globe, or be it King Bruce of Scotland, after being defeated 6 times. After being defeated 6 times, gets a motivation from a spider and regains his pride by countering his enemies. These people rose from ashes to glory and greatness. These people have told us to rise from your insecurities and create a better version of yourself. Avoid the excuse of I'm done with it or I do not want to do it again. From all that was lost, we find all there is to gain. From the ashes of flame, from the ashes of fire, from the ashes of past, from the ashes we rise. Thank you.
Ala Tariq from Paradise School, shall we not avenge?
To bathe fish with y'all. To bathe fish with y'all. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He had discarded me. He had disgraced me and handed me 500,000, thwarted mine enemies, hated mine enemies, and schooled my friends. He laughed at my losses and mocked at my gains, and scorned my nation. And what was his reason? I am a Jew, and he hath not Jew eyes and hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, and had he not fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, cooled and warmed by the same summer and winter as a Christian is? As a Christian is, as a Christian is. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what should his sufferings be by a Christian? And if a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his avowal be? If you give me a vial, I will execute it, and I shall do it myself and make it better and greater in my own way. Next one.
Thank you, Allah Tariq. Now I would like to call upon Sadia Khan from Mawa Trust. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory.
Before the participant, यहाँ पर जितने लोग इस वक्त बैठे हुए हैं, majority of you are participant here in this competition, either in English or in Urdu. Some of them are parents and some of them are teachers. Picture yourself doing your speech here and everybody is talking to each other. How would you feel like that? Good? Great.
Good morning, everyone present here, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed jury, respected teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Sadia Khan, and I am from Mawa Trust School. The bright gold color turned to coal black, representing the end of a golden era. And you think, alas, the poor soul is finished? But just when you are about to turn back on those ashes, you notice a change, a flicker of flame in those ashes, a sign of life. Ashes turn to flames, flames to flickering wings, and finally, a whole new phoenix is born. And that's exactly what we are going to talk about today. Awake, rise out from the ashes to glory and greatness. A similar phoenix-like condition was witnessed more than a half century ago. On the dawn of 6th August 1945, Hiroshima was awakening slowly to a beautiful morning, unaware of the horrors that lay ahead. At around 8:14 a.m., a single bomb dropped by a single airplane that changed the destinies of thousands of people. Houses were reduced to rubble, cars were blown away like a ball of cotton, human flesh and bones were scattered like a firework, and the sky, which was pleasant blue second before, now it was filled with a huge white mushroom cloud that enveloped entire city. Such was the extent of atomic bomb, it was believed nothing would grow on the soil of Hiroshima for another 70 years. However, Hiroshima did not die. Soon, makeshift huts made up of wood appeared in charred rubble and black markets sprang up in front of train station. This was the start of recovery. And now, Japan is the third biggest economy in the world. Proving what? Proving that it rose out from the ashes of a little boy and a fat man. Now let's travel few thousand miles to the west and few let back decade to the history. The downtrodden Muslims of subcontinent living like a beggars in their own country, not having a voice of their own, so illiterate as would shame on their highly educated ancestors. And yet a man arose from those very Muslims who was a true leader, who was saluted by the greatest leaders of the world. Yes, none other than Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He united all the scattered Muslims under one flag and gave them a reason to live, a reason to breathe, and a reason to die for. Pakistan. Then the world saw how those very downtrodden Muslims rose from the depth of despair to fight for a separate state of their own. And they succeeded. Today we breathe in fresh air because of those people who sacrificed their lives for us, their families, their homes, in fact everything they had. Why? Only so that we could have a country to call our own, so that we had an identity. But what have we made of this country now? Bomb blasts every day, violations of human rights, no value of life or honor, Pakistan is recognized world over as a country full of terrorists. Tourists have stopped coming here. We are burning every day for food, for electricity, for basic necessities of life. We are in ashes. Now here comes the question. Will we rise out of these ashes to glory and greatness? And the answer, yes, we will. Yes, we are in fact rising out of these ashes to glory and greatness. Our achievement in medical science, healthcare, technologies and sport are the testimony of that. Our cricket team ready to battle in every field will prove that cricket will come back to this country. Tourists will flock to mind-blowing valleys of Pakistan. Terrorists would die a silent death. Our energy crisis would end. We will prosper out of these ashes. We will rise again to glory and greatness. Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadia. Thank you, Sadia. The next one is Samia Binte Shaban from Mama Parsi. Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels.
Good morning, respected judges, my fellow competitors, and my dear audience. We live in a world where having just the intellect or the talent is not enough to get you success. In order to climb the ladder of success, one must have an adequate amount of power. Now, this power can be of several types: monetary, influential, or social. One can even acquire power from emotional backing and support. And if you think about it, even having a healthy body serves to give you power to do work. In my speech today, I will be discussing how having power of any of these forms serves to give you power and reinforces a person's talents, strengths, visions, and intellect, and thereby increasing their chances to be more accomplished in life. Let's consider monetary power first. It is surprising what can't be done if a person has a proper financial backing to ease every step of the way to success. For example, a well-off person has a very innovative idea that would revolutionize the world of technology. The same idea comes to a person with an equal intellect, if not more. However, he belongs to a more humble background. Now, who do you think is more likely to execute the idea? Probabilities side with the person who has enough financial resources to fund his research, production, and finally, the marketing of the product. This is the reason why it is quite rare that people with limited means soar high in the horizons of success as compared to people who belong to rich backgrounds. The only way for him to break this cycle is to acquire monetary power to equip his vision. Moving on to social power. History books are filled with pages devoted to people who have changed the social dynamics and broken the wheel of social and racial hierarchy. For example, we have revolutionists like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and Malala Yousafzai, etc. But do you think they would have had the same impact on the world with the band of their staunch supporters? Do you think Malala would have had the same opportunities to go on huge international platforms to advocate her causes and start up NGOs like Malala Funds if she was still living in Mingora, shaded from the spotlight, away from the eyes of the world? Unlikely, right? She would, however, still have her vision of one student, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. But without the worldwide influence of social media, her vision would account to nothing. 90 years ago, Allama Iqbal had a vision of his dream homeland. It would have never come into existence if not for the social influence that he had on the Muslims of India as well as their leaders. Do you think, if the idea of Pakistan was proposed by a random Muslim citizen, would it have ignited the same spark? Would it have caused the same amount of uproar? Absolutely not. Closely linked to social power is influential power. Social media is one of the greatest power that one can possess, as it helps you to reach out to the variety of audiences across the globe. A great example to demonstrate the influence of influential power is If your mother asks you to eat kale because it's good for your skin, you are more likely to ignore her than if Kim Kardashian suggested the same notion. In conclusion, it is safe to say that vision without power is really a Ferrari without wheels because it may look pretty promising and attractive, but it wouldn't be able to do much other than sit still and look pretty. Thank you so much for your patience listening.
Thank you so much, Samia. Now I would like to call upon Abdul Rahman from SM Arts and Commerce. Why should I be punctual?
The handsome guy standing in front of all of you, having wide chest, tall height, and black long mustache, is saying Assalamu alaikum to all of you. And you know what, Mr. President? I actually know that no one is going to laugh or clap on me because I am not going to be punctual on my jokes right here. Honorable President, I will not be telling you a lie, but I will be telling you the punctual story of my life when I was there to meet my girlfriend for the very first time in the history of my life. Honorable President, she is looking at me, coming close to me and asking how rich you are, how poor you are. I said, we are the rich of that level that whenever the chapel of our bathroom got damaged, we did not usually use the old chapel of our father. We used to buy another for it. Honorable President, she got so inspired. Now she's asking that how poor you are. I said, we are the poor of that level that we used to buy that chapel from Lunda Bazaar of rupees 50 only. Honorable President, I will not be telling you a lie, but definitely I will be telling you the punctual story of my life when I was trying to be the over-efficient student from the whole class. Teacher came and was teaching us a table of 2. I raised my hand and said, teacher, ye mujhe aata hai. Teacher ignored me in the way just like girlfriend of Gulzar ignored by the director of Aide Wafa. Honorable President, I did not give up. I said again, raised my hand and said, teacher, ye mujhe aata hai. Teacher ignored me in the way just like audience ignoring my jokes right now. Honorable President, I did not give up. I said again, raised my hand and said, teacher, ye mujhe aata hai. This time, teacher did not ignore to me. She said to me, come here, I go there. Handing over her chalk with the compliment. ऐसा करें आप पढ़ा लें मैं चली जाती हूँ. Honorable President, I will not be telling you a lie, but definitely I will be telling you the punctual story of my life when it was the first day of a new teacher in our school. Teacher came and after giving a lecture, she said, "Beta, आप मुझसे 100 मर्तबा पूछें मैं आपको 100 मर्तबा बताऊंगी." Everyone got so inspired. After a few days, teacher came and after giving a lecture, she said, a student from the class stand raised his hand and said, "Teacher, ये line दोबारा समझाइएगा." Teacher came to him, coming close to him and said, जब मैं पढ़ा रही थी आप सो रहे थे क्या? नहीं मुझे बताया आप सो रहे थे क्या? Honorable President, what it has to be. The relationship comes to end without it even started with the compliment, Saya-e Khuda-e Zul Jalal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman. Thank you, Abdul Rahman. Now I would like to call Wala Tariq from Paradise School. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Ever seen a phoenix before it goes to ashes? Ever seen it before it goes to ashes? Ever seen a phoenix before it goes to ashes? Can I go back? Can I go back? Can I go back? Thank you.
Now I would like to call Zoha Anwar from Little Folks. Everybody panic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The doomsday clock says that it's almost the end of the world as we know it, and that's not fine. So everybody, panic. But wait, if you want to ask me, why can't everybody keep calm and stay busy with whatever they are busy with? Or if you want to argue like this, why? I grew up listening to this big news and every night slept in terror, and at one point stopped thinking about what I would be when I grew up or got a chance to grow up. But when nothing happened, I became a pilot. 98% male population has this future dream. I would reply, sir, everybody panic is only a reminder alarm to bring you in touch with the reality and to hold you by your collar and pull you out of your daydreams. Remember, doomsday. Believe me, everybody panic is the world's most greeted and honored shout. Even if no one else shouts, your heart shouts, your whole self shouts. 70% sale on all items. My heart shouts, everybody panic, the sale can end soon. And I very successfully failed to notice that teeny up to stuck on the left-hand corner of 70%. The next moment, you and I and everybody else will be among the proud crowd gushing towards their brand stores, braving happily that shoving, kicking and elbowing, and ending up with no money and hands full of garbage stuff bought at 10 to 15%. Where are the 70% of items? I asked the salesman. He points towards a dark and dim corner with a few faded, faulty and oversized dresses. The other night, at a wedding dinner, all was going perfectly well when a much-awaited announcement wreaked a havoc. Dinner is served. Everybody panic was undertoned, and in a flash, the decent banquet hall transforms into a battleground. A war of plates, fork, and spoons ensues. The well-dressed guests, in a few moments, were torn and tattered in their efforts. Others suffocated and waited to the last moment. The victorious came out of it with a smile on their face, and 2 large plates with mountains of biryani, naan, curry, and roasted chicken on them. My dears, I can't keep media out of it, as it is the master dramatizer inciting scare and chaos and excitement among us simpletons. A mediocre production can be put on the big screen with grand announcements on them. Go people, run. It's in the cinemas now. Don't miss it. Watch the last mega episode. Everybody panicked. It sometimes so happens that all through the years our dear Mr. Nero fiddled while Rome burned. And one fine morning, exam dates are announced. Then follows all at once a pain in chest, shaking, nausea, hot flushes, icy chills, numbness. Note, similar symptoms have been reported on exam day and result day. Everybody panic because that causes a tunnel vision and disables you to see the whole picture. Everybody panic because that is a good way to lose. So ladies and gentlemen, keep calm. And everybody panic. Thank you.
Thank you, Sohan. Now I would like to call upon Saim Sawarim Malik from Stanmore School. Everybody panicked.
Hello. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Now, before I begin my debate, I would like to share with you all a class incident of mine in which my class teacher, she falls sick. And we were just putting on a movie in our class, and that's what we were enjoying, while the alarm goes off. Now, we were all wondering whether this was the fire alarm or the lockdown alarm. So we went down to check. Seeing that no one was down there, we came back up and hid under our desks. While we didn't know the fire alarm was the one that got off. We went according to the procedures of the lockdown alarm. After a while, our teacher burst in the school, seeing that we were all hiding under our desks and half of the school was on fire. And the fire department was looking for us for ages. Now, this can also be seen in a way of how our politicians work these days, how they say that everything's okay and that no one is panicking, but we all know in reality that's not true. In reality, they only work when everything is highly stressed by the media coverage. Just like when HIV listed 900 children that got positive just because of the reusage of syringes. Now, you may not agree with me on this one. Sometimes I just sit in the corner wondering to myself, maybe I should be in a mental asylum. Then I think, after looking around, maybe I already am. Maybe we just don't notice it anymore. Today, we hold our heads high despite the prices we are paying because freedom is priceless. But my question to you all is, are we living freedom to its fullest in a way that enhances freedom for others? No. Well, these days, people don't really mean to interrupt one another. They just randomly remember things and then get excited over that. Well, let me tell you this. It takes 42 muscles in your face to frown to something when someone is trying to make you panic. But it takes only 4 muscles in your arm to reach out and stop that person. Use that. Because sometimes people just need a high five in the face. Because it's only a matter of time before they add a word to you. So add a word to them. Syndrome. Right after their last name. Well, people say love is the best feeling. Well, when I see lovers carve their names on trees, that's not what I think. What I think, how many people take knives on their date? It's really weird. Well, I do not have any further words or time to explain myself any further. So I would just like to end my debate over here by saying this following quote. Do not panic, for this life is very small for panicking. So if you can't laugh at yourself, just call me. I'll laugh at you. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Manur Padma from Wahad Hussain, awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
It was a freezing winter night. No sweater, no blanket, no sign of anything warm. A mother and her child were left stranded and alone. Shivering with cold, the mother looked at her child. He could not feel his toes, nor was he crying. But not because he wasn't in pain or he was a silent child, but because his vocal cords were frozen. From a distance, she saw a humongous fire burning and excreting the warmth they were looking for. But that heat wasn't enough to melt their stoned hearts. The ashes were damp and moist. The difference and the reason was belief in different gods. The hatred for those compassionless monsters had started to grow in the heart of that mother. If you believe in Allah, Om, or Jesus, does that decide whether you get to sleep in peace or not? We fight for the sake of religion. But doesn't all religions teach humanity? Doesn't God teach compassion? Do people who believe differently are worthless? However, the next morning came and nothing changed. The tiny soul of the baby was just about to leave his body. Just imagine the pain of the mother seeing her child dying right in front of her own very eyes. The mother extricated herself from hopelessness and ran from door to door, knocking and expecting someone to show her a bit of mercy and care. However, all she received was silence from the other end. Yet one door creaked open to listen to the mass worries of the mother, his motto being unity, faith, and discipline. He immediately assisted her with some money. But do you think that money was enough to save the life of that child? It could not. The child was buried right under those very ashes that could have saved him. The man decided to think out of the box. He united all the scattered Muslims around the world and brought them under one flag, gave them a reason to live, a reason to breathe, and a reason to die for. The biggest strength and the biggest obstacle is belief. Defeated 8 times in elections, Abraham Lincoln became the greatest president ever. The 7th child of a poor African couple, Michael Jackson became the superstar of the millennium. A woman who worked in cafes, J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter. A man who drove ambulances, Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse. They were all just humans. They were all had dreams like we all do. But they dared to chase it. So why don't we? You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. I'll rise and I'll rise. Thank you.
Thank you, Manu. Now I would like to call upon Muhammad Junaid from Jamiatul Hasnain. Shall we not avenge?
Assalamu alaikum. Respected judges and their audience, today I want to talk about shall we not avenge? Dear listeners, Islam teaches forgiveness over avenge. According to our Quranic teachings, avenging is not an option. Avenge only increases the problem. Allah says, if you want to retaliate, retaliate to the same degree as injury done to you. But if you are patient, it is better than to be so. Although avenge is an concession problem, avenge only increases the problem. In the Holy Quran, Allah says, good and evil deeds are not equal. Good and evil deeds are not equal. Repel evil with one, what is better? Then you will look, who was once your enemy has become your dearest friend. As Allah says, if you want to retaliate, retaliate to the same degree as injured to you. Thanks.
Now I would like to call Fasiha Adnan from Wahad Hussain. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
There was a girl in 1800s. Imagine a bright and sunny morning and a 9-year-old girl running around in the garden, enjoying. She was having fun. And most importantly, you know what she enjoyed the most? She enjoyed reading. She enjoyed expressing herself in words through writing. But she lived in an era where believing in your dreams was illegal and punishable by death for a girl. Nonetheless, the 9-year-old didn't know about how cruel this world was. She continued her passion. She continued writing. Write about the Prince Charming, write about the girls who used to smile, starting from the pink blossom flowers and ending on the shriveled roses. One day, she wrote her heart out, sitting under a tree, hiding from her mother, knowing that if her mother gets to know that she is writing, she will be beaten, she will be punished. But she continued her passion, because passion makes you do things that no one can stop you from. She excitedly showed the piece of paper to her sisters, and they told her to hide it from their mother, because if their mother gets to know that she is writing, she'll take it from her and tear it in pieces, because their mother thought that girls are only in this world to obey men, doing house chores, and accept all the decisions made by others for their lives. She was so afraid, because she had a threat that her piece of writing will be taken away from her. But she still continued. She kept on going. She used to hide her pages under her frocks. And whenever she used to take out any frock, she made sure that she kept the pages in another dress. And that's how she lived her life. Because at that time, girls weren't supposed to have a voice. Anyways, she is right now the most celebrated writer in the history of English literature, and she is none other than Emily Bronte. Women have risen from the ashes, not even the ashes, from atoms of the ashes to conquering the world we know today. Today, when I write, I can get it published. Nowadays, when a girl wants to publish her book, she can do it very easily. She can even express herself on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And that's how the girls have gone, not just from the ashes to glory, but far away from glory and kicking everyone aside. This is how women from 1800s have risen from glory to greatness. Let me tell you a fact. Octopus are the most intelligent species because they have the most complex nervous system. They are unique because they know their worth. They embrace themselves. Each and every girl sitting here have a voice, and she just needs to embrace that voice. We all sitting here have the right to choose what we want from our lives. We all sitting here have the right to work hard and achieve what we dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Fasiha. Now I would like to call upon Aisha from Happy Palace. Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels.
Step कहाँ गया?
A destination is a fixed point where all our efforts flow. Undoubtedly, in order to accomplish anything great, we require two basic things: vision and power of action. Vision is the seed of achievement. All achievement originate from vision, but still, vision is dependent on the power of action. Here, I want to share one of the famous quotes of Joel Abarker. He says, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world." Like, if you have really good thoughts, a perfect vision, a perfect aim, but you don't have much power to do anything about them, or you don't have proper plan what you need to do, you are just daydreaming. Similarly, if you act without thinking, then you will get yourself into trouble. An American psychologist said, "When you visualize, you materialize." It's mean when you have vision, you can make your action plan what you exactly need to do to achieve it. However, the most important question that needs to be taken here is reinforcing vision with the power of action. Without this power, the vision will lose its potential to become a reality or achievement. All great achievers of mankind have used the power of vision to achieve great success hoping in their respective field. Here, let's take an example of our beloved poet Allama Iqbal and our founder Quaid-e-Azam. They both have a powerful vision to get a separate homeland, and for that they fought unless they get for what they were fighting. This is all because they have a powerful vision plus proper action plan. Not them! Only many other successful personages like Einstein, Helen Keller, Martin Luther King, and Dr. Abdul Kalam, and many more all use this power of vision to accomplish great things in their life. As my debate topic includes the word Ferrari, so here I want to share something interesting about it as well. Ferrari, the household name that has taken the world by storm since decade. You all know the name, but I am more interested in the man behind this name. Enzo Ferrari, founder of Ferrari. Few know that he had a dream to become a racing car driver when he was just 10 years old. Though he was a son of a poor man and had limited education, he faced many hurdles throughout his journey to achieve his dream. But as he was very clear to what his vision or dream, so he did it. So why am I talking about Enzo Ferrari? One dream, one vision, one purpose, and power of action. So the word of advice for all those who wish to accomplish great goals, they must use this power of vision in the combination of the power of timely action. All you need is a vision, an idea, a plan to provide some direction, and some action to provide some trust. Imagine the power of your vision. Take off like a rocket towards your destination. You can do it if you want it badly enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. Now our next contestant is Tehreem from HPSG. Why should I be punctual? from NAC campus.
Assalamu alaikum, a very good morning. So I just wanted to ask, am I late? Because I really am very bad in punctuality. Like, why should I be punctual? Punctuality and me have never been friends, 101% enemies. When someone says arrive early, I hear, oh my Tahreem, you're going to be late again. So lately, we've got an invitation card at our home. It's all shiny, having golden glitter wordings. Very fancy. I started to read. Danish weds Mehvish. Free biryani. Food was going to be open by 10. So I started to think to arrive there by 9:30. I mean, why be punctual? I'm only going there for the food. My family is usually late for everything. That's the major problem in our house. So if we have to be somewhere at 6, my mom would say 4, but we still make it up around 8. It's a small trick that my mom plays so that we can all be on time. Why be punctual when you can be fashionably late? And the reason why it doesn't work is because I'm not the problem, nor is my mom. All this tricking makes my dad mad. It's because he and I have to wait 4 hours to get out every time we are running late for an occasion. And you've guessed it right, it's my sister, someone I didn't choose to be with. I'm born there, and I'm spending the rest of my life there. Well, technically not. Punctuality, oh my, what a trouble for me. Punctuality has never been favored in my decisions. Sometimes I just want to give punctuality a punch in the face, but then, the other times it would just miss it and it would punch me back, and I would be late in my decisions. And that, my friend, is the story of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Tahreem. Our next contestant would be Malaika Shams from HPSG NAC campus. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Failures, the dawn of life, and success, the rise of life. Failures destroy us into ashes, and success rebuilds us from those ashes. But what is a failure? But what is a failure? Failures are the bad experiences that we pass through for escaping further failures. We fear failures, although they themselves make us fearless with their endless experiences to us. We fight failures, although failures themselves fight for our future. We think failure belongs to losers, but they are the core secrets of winners. As Ray Kroc McDonald's, who owned a small hamburger stand in 1940 and now owns 68 million customers each day. William Henry Gates owned a failed business and now owns a Microsoft corporation. Thomas Edison, with hearing problem, invented electric power generation, mass communication, motion pictures. From Albert Einstein to Al-Banuri, and from Nelson Mandela to Mother Teresa, none of them took their failure as an insult, but as a reason, the respect they gain as winners. The ashes failure destroy us transform us into our finest form. The failures gives us, in reality give us victory. What failures give you, non-constant success can give you. Even Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, Hazrat Daud alayhi salam, Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam, and Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam failed. So does failing means to stop our trials for winning? Or does failing means to hide our faces in disgust? Or is failing a depression or a cure for our mistakes? Success is through failure as the bird phoenix is through the ashes of the previous phoenix. If success is the commander of the battle, then failure are the weapons. If success is the Ferrari, then failure are the wheels. If success makes you eligible, failure makes you smarter. Each failure is a success. Each failure is an aid. Each failure is not only a failure. Each failure gives birth to a transformed human. Spider-Man get injuries during fight, Batmen fear bats. Superman falls during flying, but they defeat millions after millions of fears. The longer the history of your failures, the better will be your present. The more you learn from your failures, the more you will earn. I myself wrote a poem for the love of my failures. Up on the canals, draw how hard it was to fail and to fail, than to drain and to drain into oceans of shame. Then one day up on the sky, see your success that much high. It's gonna be hard to believe that you succeed, but your failure was the real strength you achieved. All legends and myths from India's to Pakistan's quest have failed but stood firm. Never give up. See what Mahatma Gandhi and Quaid-e-Azam become. Wake up! Failure by no means is a stop sign to trying to achieve your goals. Failures come to shield you better from coming thunders and storms. Hard is every goal to achieve, but my failure is the strength I need. Sun comes to dawn, stars also fall, but both of them do not leave their shine. As failure never leaves you alone. Failure stand with you when no one do. Thank you, my failures, for making me the person I am today. For the glory you gifted, for teaching me lessons not available at any tuition. Thank you. It is the label law of life to walk on the label line, but my failures taught me how to draw my own lines. Failures made me fall, but they complete me as a whole. They are the power of my soul. Thank you, my failures, for making me phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you, Malaika. Now I would like to call Aisha Teek from our trust. Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels. Distinguished dignitaries, respected jury, honorable teachers, and my dear friends, good morning. I am going to expatiate on vision without power is like a Ferrari without wheels. Undoubtedly, in order to accomplish anything great, we require two basic things, vision and the power of action. Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Action with vision can change the world, says Joel A. Barker. It is unequivocally true that vision is the seat of all achievements. All achievements originates from vision. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without a mission is a nightmare. All of us have a vision towards our own perspective goals and a vision to live the life with that dream. This quote is a Japanese proverb which says or states that if you have a really good thoughts but you don't do anything about that, you are just daydreaming. And if you act without thinking, you are getting yourself into trouble. These are my thoughts. Now that you have your vision, you can take the action. Action that can make vision yourself grow and develop. It simply means that whatever your plan is, you have to make a way to make it successful. Life is a matter of choice. We will not get what we truly deserve. And if you are too attached to those things, you are supposed to let it go. Nowadays, many people are complaining about little problems in their life. We must not. You know why? Because though it depends on you how you deal with every situation and take simple action in those problems and circumstances that comes in your life. Bob Proctor, the renowned American philosopher and author in a famous inspirational movie, The Secret, says, if you can hold anything in your mind and in your thoughts, you can hold that things in your hands. However, the most important caution that needs to be taken here is reinforcing the vision with the power of action. Otherwise, the target accomplishment will not happen. All great achievers of the mankind have used this power of vision to achieve great goals in their life. Lincoln used this power of vision to become a great president and to achieve his vision of abolishing slavery. Similarly, Einstein, Louis Pasteur, Helen Keller, Mr. Jinnah, Dr. Abdul Kalam, and many more personages like them had used this power of vision to achieve their goals in life.
So, the word of advice for all those who wish to accomplish their great goals in their life, they must use the power of vision with the combination of timely action. Without this vision, the target accomplishment will not happen. I would like to conclude my topic here with a quote. Create a vision for the life you really want and then work relentlessly towards making it a reality. Thank you.
Our next contestant would be Mishal Fatma from WHSS. Why should I be punctual?
Punctuality. The art of guessing correctly how late the other party is going to be. Everyone here knows how hard it feels to switch off the alarm in the morning and go back to sleep. Perhaps this morning, my alarm clock and I got into a fight. It wanted me to get up. I refused. Things escalated. Now I am up and my alarm clock is sleeping. It's broken. Not sure who won the fight. But yeah, talking about school. Why do we need to be punctual for school? Oh, wait, I remember my parents telling me those never-ending folktales of waking up early, swimming oceans, climbing mountains, doing the toughest trail hiking, walking 15,000 miles, and yet reaching school just at the right time. Why? So that they could make their future kids feel miserable. Talking about miserable, we Pakistanis have been diagnosed with a medical condition that is a corona lateness virus. In this condition, we all do great at multitasking. We can waste time, just like our education minister. We can procrastinate, just like our economic analysts. And we can procrastinate, just like me, all at once. I'll tell you. The other day, there was a wedding at 9, and we had to be there by 8. Like, had to be there. And what did I do? I started taking a shower by 8:15, which takes, give or take, 35 to 40 minutes. After all, that hair treatment, the facial treatment is all important. Else how will I look better than Shamila auntie's daughter for her endless beauty lessons? Wait for me. So yeah, then what do? I open up my wardrobe and choose what I have to wear. While all these ideas bing bang my head, I catch a glimpse of the wall clock. Oh my god, it's already 9:15. Nah, but why do I care? Why should I be punctual? After all, we all know how desi weddings are. They ask us to come by 8 and themselves reach at 11. Talking about time, raise your hand if you have a sister whom you have to pick and drop all the time and she gets ready just at the right time. Whom amongst you can lay a hand on his heart and find us women in even 1 out of 10 instances to be punctual? But why should we be punctual when our very own brothers forget our birthdays and blame their grumpy bosses? Or why should we be punctual when our brothers snooze their alarms 5 times in the morning and end up getting late for their offices, complaining that the traffic gods conspired against them? Actually, the main problem with punctuality is it is rarely even appreciated. I mean, why do we work hard on tests? Why do we work hard and strive to get good grades? So that we're appreciated by our parents, teachers, get a scholarship, are appreciated by some good college and a university, right? But let me ask you, will you get a scholarship on being punctual? No, right? Then why be on time? In fact, punctuality in my dictionary is a quality of someone who has too much time to waste. I mean, why would anyone be punctual to school? Why would anyone be punctual to weddings? Why should we even be punctual? I am a woman I'm a free woman. I live by my own terms and I will not let some calendar and a clock dictate my life. The only numbers that could affect my life are those on the checkbook and my grades, of course. I'd like to end by saying that if time is money, congratulations, you just wasted very precious of yours listening to me. Thank you.
Very good, Mishal. Now I would like to call Muhammad bin Faisal from Sindh Muslim College. Shall we not avenge? Our next contestant is Asma Tanveer from Wahad Hussain. Everybody panicked.
How many of you all here are firstborns? Well, I don't like you firstborns. You make us feel inferior to you, and like your own butler or maid in waiting. And how many of you all are an only child? That's good for you. You get to eat more slices of pizza than I and anybody else does. I am forced to do all the work because I'm the middle child. I get to have hand-me-downs from my siblings because I'm the middle child. Now those who are the original middle child, raise your hands. Don't you feel me? Well, one day, I decided to take matters into my own unloved and uncherished hands. I decided to leave. I decided I would hide in the playground and nobody would find out that I was missing. Well, that didn't happen. The playground was a little further away from my house, so by the time I reached there, my family did find out I was missing. Well, I played and it got dark and I got just bored and just sat there. Soon, a man came up to me and said, "It's okay, young lady, you can come with me." And I did what anyone my age would have done at that time. "Mom, I need your help. Someone's trying to take me." It turned out that the guy was a police officer exhausting himself to find a traumatized kid, which totally wasn't me, by the way. Maybe it was. Turns out my family was mad at me. Well, at least I was the center of attention. I just sat there with a smug, satisfied look on my face, thinking, maybe they finally realize my worth now. In the end, everyone calmed down and just went back to their work. But they kept glancing at me as if I would run out any second. I thought at that moment, well, who's the most valued one now, huh? Not me. Thank
you. Now I would like to call Hamna Khan from DJ Sindh Government Science College. Everybody panicked.
Am I audible? Ladies and gentlemen, for now I only know of two fishes that are rare and scary. One is blue whale and the second one is Wales College. Standing here is reminding me of the day when my friend called me and asked me to register myself in a speech competition, that too in humorous and that too in English. I panicked. Okay. Then, though I kept a paper and a pen to jot down my 2-cent thoughts on it, but it remained empty, just like my exam paper did. Okay. I went to sleep. I woke up the next day. I grabbed a cup of coffee with my empty head, thinking of removing my name from the registration list. I was going through the newspaper. I saw that there was a news saying that wheat prices have hiked up, and all the journal people were panicking. Thank you, Mr. President, for the content, for the speech. Then I was sitting with my parents in a lounge and watching the TV. I was watching a repeat telecast of a news channel where a very intelligent man did a very wise thing. He brought something to the table which only was acceptable in that show, I guess. Any guesses what he might have brought? He brought a shoe. He surely has messed it up, and we all panicked. Okay, so putting
spotlight on the very recent event where a very great businessman who, with having no prior knowledge, has created wonders all around. It's okay if you shed a tear or two on the death of Danish from Mere Paas Tum Ho, because we all did. Khalilur Rahman Sahab, you had one job to do, and what you did? Copy pasted the same script? You shouldn't have done that. But the cast was changed. 10 points for that though. Okay. So the thing was, Danish apparently knew more than the doctor itself. He pulled off his mask and gave a speech better than I am giving right now on the deathbed. And with more than 2 crore people watching it live was panicking that Khalil Sahab has done some great ending. But guess what? Danish died. But why? That's it from my side. Samna Khan signing off.
Thank you, Hamna. And now the next contestant would be Javeria Najam from Happy Palace. Shall we not avenge?
If you break us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Hi, my name is Javeria Najam and I'm the student of Happy Palace Group of School, Asfahani campus. I have a question for all of you. Shall we not revenge? Pretty awkward, right? Let's add to my question. Shall we not revenge over bloodbaths and massacres that have been happening over the year? Now my question makes sense. Everyone got the question, but no one knows the answer. Everyone might know how to socialize, but they don't know how to take revenge on any kind of cruelty. Shall we not revenge over kidnapping happening every now and then? You would exactly know how to take revenge over pranks being pulled by the one who know you. But you will never ever know how to take revenge over the unjust things in our society. Revenge, retaliation, come back are just few words and everyone knows the meaning to it. But everyone don't know how to take revenge or how to retaliate over something. We have the example of Kashmir. No one is taking a stand for it and they are getting tortured. Nothing will happen if you will sit in your home and use profanities for India. Pakistan take second place in the list of 25 countries in the rate of bullying. These include race, religion, social classes, physical or mental strength. So, my question is, when will we stand up for our rights? Increase your knowledge. Think outside the box because it is too mainstream. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next contestant would be Aqsa Mushtaq from Bahariya College, Karsas. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Sometimes you have to die inside in order to rise from your own ashes. And believe in yourself and love yourself to become a new person. I won't mention the examples of those who have been rewarded for their work, Because I believe in oneself. I believe the inner me, the inner you. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? Because the change starts with you. Push yourself because no one is going to do it for you. Hope rises like the phoenix from the ashes of broken dreams. Often it is our darkest and most painful moments that empower us enough to grow stronger and develop into our highest selves. They may defeat you, burn you, insult you, injure you, and abandon you, but they cannot destroy you. For you, like a phoenix, know how to resurrect. I have fallen. I have broke down. I have been crushed. I have lost. I have broke down. But now, I will rise again from the ashes. Let me do what I can. Let me find out how strong my wings are. Let me fall. At least, I would know how high I can rise. Keep your eyes on the stars and feet on the ground. Your desire for success must be so strong within you that it's the very breath of your life. So, get up. Stand up. Stand up for the right. Get up. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Every damn brick they try to throw at you, use it to stand on. Go up with fear and chase your dreams. Success is a lonely road. Only few of you have dared to take it. I'm calling all those hustlers, all the game changers, the forward thinkers, everyone out there with an idea and a dream. You are the one who can change the world. You have a dream bigger than anyone knows. But you must be willing to put in efforts, your abilities, your skills, your talent. There is no need for others to know what are you doing. You work in silence because they will see your results, your success. Your success will speak louder than your words. At first, they will ask you why you are doing it, but later they will ask you how you did it. As I strongly believe that God helps those who help themselves. So, believe in you. Get up and go. Get up and go. Have faith in God. It's never too late to start. Life is a saga of pains and gains, a journey yet so harsh, but set your own path. You are never too late to set a goal or to dream a new dream. So believe in you. The power is in your hands to change the game. Only the three letters, Y-O-U can change the game. Thank you so much.
Taking a pause from the competition, ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for our esteemed Dean and Chief Guest, Sir Wahaj Hussain, because whom all of this wouldn't have been possible. Sir Wahaj, could you please grace us with the present and say a few words?
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I really appreciate our Wales Oratory Forum for organizing this event. They have really put their heart and soul into it over the last couple of weeks. It's basically a showcasing of your talent. As Sir Rahil has always emphasized in our own training session, that oratory skill is the most crucial skill when it comes to your practical life. Now, I'll highlight some of the aspects of the oratory skill, especially the way you negotiate. If you look at the day-to-day interaction with your people, you might find that the entire walk of life, whatever you interact with, the kind of people you interact with every day, there are basically three categories. There are three kind of situations which you have to interact with, where negotiation skills matter the most. Number one situation is when you interact with your daily affairs, the tactical issues, especially when you interact with your parents, when you interact with your friends, and of course with your peers, all the basic level, which is day-to-day interaction, where You are supposed to convince them. You are supposed to put your ideas across and to get them on board. It's a really important skill. And most of the people who are smart, they are smart. They normally people call you are smart guys. Who are smart guys who actually know how to get their points put across in a very convincing way, in a very persuasive way. So that is the area where you people are being nourished, trained, and honed. This is the area, this is the platform through which your day-to-day interaction with your peers, with your friends, with your parents, you want to study, for example, you want to study in a college. After O-levels, you want to study in a college. Then you put across your points to your parents why I want to go to that college. You want to go for a tuition center, for example, for a particular subject, and your parents are not on board, right? Then you actually convince them. Now, that conviction is there, your conviction is there if you have strong points. Now, how do you learn those points? This is very important, that with this kind of situation, this kind of scenario where you see the top of the people all across the city coming together, putting their point of view in front of the audience, and all the judges, I really appreciate them, all the judges who actually give their assessment at the end of the program, you learn from them. So this is one situation where your negotiation skill matters a lot, which I feel that constitute almost 80 to 90% of the situations. Now the second situation where your oratory skill, your negotiation skills will matter the most is your national leaders, national heroes, where your own domestic problems are supposed to be addressed, and their problems are negotiated, debated, and they are implemented in which actually directly and indirectly affect you as a human being, as a citizen. And now, in Pakistan, we have a lot of issues. If we talk about Pakistan, you have plethora of issues, You can go on and on and on speaking about the problems. And as a student, you have solution as well, but nobody is going to listen to those solutions. Now, but the power that be, the power at the helm, they know the problem, they know the solution, but they don't want to address or they want to resolve those situations. And that is something unfortunate. But if you look at the Western world, we actually, as a nation, aspire to be like them in most of the, especially on the educational front, health front, and all those positive aspects of society. We do not want to make our country like them, because that will affect some of the most, that can affect the interest of some of the top people. I think you already know about it. So I don't want to go into detail. So there, if you find good people at the government level, at the bureaucracy, at the public sector organization, or even private sector organization negotiating with the government. A lot of private sector negotiate with the government. Now, if you have got good negotiating skill, automatically your problems are going to be solved. I've seen a lot of, because I used to attend a lot of meetings with the government once upon a time, and I used to look at them, how they negotiate with the government and the private, public-private partnership. This term is being used everywhere. Negotiation skill can make the things better. It's very important. The second aspect, and now, the third and the most important aspect. The third and the most important situation where your negotiation skill, your eloquence, your power of speaking, your public speaking, even your private speaking, once you go, debate with or negotiate with, in person with particular opposite parties on a certain situation. And that is international issues, the global issues. The global issues. And the global issues has tremendous outcome. If you take a wrong decision, it's a long drawn affair. If you take a wrong decision, it's going to affect the whole generations. The lot of events have taken history which has affected the whole generations. Just imagine some of the issues being raised in India right now. That CAA things, I might have heard about it. Now it's going to affect the whole generation in years to come. Now you have Golan Heights, Palestinian issues. The stance taken by the America or Israel and most of the Western countries. Now it's going to affect the whole generation of Palestine and the adjoining countries. Now, In Pakistan, we have been through the war against terror. The simple decision taken by Musharraf once upon a time. Apparently, it was a good decision during that time, but its repercussion is tremendous. Just still, we are bearing the brunt of that decision. I don't know, right or wrong. You have to decide. But we are, as a nation, we have borne the brunt, and who's to decide? Our leaders are people who have taken the decision at the front. Now, at these three levels, negotiation skills matter a lot. What my point of emphasis is, negotiation skills is the most important skill of your life, which affects everybody. Now, every student who has come today to participate in this, and they might have participated in other eloquence program or declamation contest, they deserve praise. I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the trainers, all the teachers who encourage you to speak, who encourage you, who motivates you to speak in front of the people. Because that talent is something which has a impact, which has a really important impact. I mean, untangible impact sometimes. It can bring changes, it can bring change in your own family, as I told you, in whole society, once you become a crucial leader later on. Then again on a global issues, once you become the bureaucrat, maybe a diplomat later on, or maybe you become part of ministry, or maybe you represent your country on some forum like UNO or some other international forum. So I really appreciate all the judges. I interact Sir Rahil very frequently, and he invites a lot of good judges here. And these are the people who have actually given their life to make this declamation, eloquence, everything pervasive, so that people can know, can understand, and can learn, right? So good round of applause for Sir Rahil and his team as well. And I'm a big fan of yours, sir, because you are really playing a good role, especially in making these people learn something, the facts of life, and giving them an opportunity to nourish themselves, to nourish their soul sometimes through this kind of contest. And of course, our own team of Wales College, who have really made this whole program a wonderful success. And I appreciate all of you, and I really wish you that you go on to the top of the rung of any company, or maybe any decisive, you play a decisive role later on, so that you can bring some positive change in our country, in our society. Thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thank you, Sir Wahaj. Now let's continue our contest. So the next contestant is Mohammad Haris from Stanmore College. Why should I be punctual?
I begin with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficial and the most merciful. Good morning. Punctuality means arriving or doing things at the appointed time. Punctuality is a sign of professionalism and helps us to stand out as a reliable and trustworthy. If we do not get our project completed on time, we keep others from being able to complete their tasks. Punctuality brings sincerity and discipline to everyone's life. A punctual person will be a winner everywhere. Sir, why should I be punctual? Because punctuality makes a man perfect in all of his work and assigned tasks. Let's take an example. In a wedding ceremony, everybody comes late so that they can just eat dinner. So why should I go there early? William Shakespeare says, better than 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Let's take an example. In a train, there's no punctuality in train. It always comes late. So now everyone is habitual to come late in every occasion. We do not see punctuality in our daily life. I am also a punctual boy because punctuality is my strong weapon. Because of it, I am always ready to face any type of task. As you know, dignity and honor begins from punctuality. I am still a student, but I can do my every task on time, such as playing, eating, watching, learning, etc. And most important, I study on my time. Someone says that punctuality is a compliment you pay to the intelligent and a rebuke you pay to the stupid. Allah also liked punctuality. That's why day and night, sun and moon and seasons also set on their time. Germination of seed, hatching of eggs, and baby growing are the big example of punctuality. So we should be punctual in every bit of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Zoha Fahad from Nasra School. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Adulated jury, distinguished dignitaries, gracious teachers, and my beloved classmates, Assalamu alaikum. Before expounding my views on the topic assigned, let me share a paradigm. In 1945, Hiroshima was bombarded with a single bomb that changed the destinies of thousands of lives. It was believed that nothing would grow on this soil for another 70 years. And now, Japan is the third biggest economy in the world, proving that it rose out of the ashes of Little Boy and Fat Man. Also, remember the downtrodden Muslims of the subcontinent living like beggars in their own country? Then the world saw how those very downtrodden Muslims, under their true leader Qaid-e-Azam, rose from the depths of despair to fight for a separate country of their own. And they succeeded. Ever wondered how? Swiss psychologist Alice Miller explains this as, for the human soul is virtually indestructible, and its ability to rise from the ashes remains as long as the body draws breath. It's a common belief that extraordinary things happen to extraordinary people. For others, if you fall into this category, then keep in mind that those people who strive for and achieve greatness do not understand their ordinary circumstances, or they do not drown themselves into self-pity. Instead, they simply choose to go after something they really want. As famous boxer Muhammad Ali quoted, "He who is not courageous of taking risks shall accomplish nothing in life." We have become used to this poor lifestyle. Still, we keep looking back to our golden days, but we never look forward to our gloomy future that lies in front. We have the power and the will to go forward, but the change begins from within. Don't expect the change. Be the change. Be the hope and inspiration for the millions that are yet to travel on this road. We are people of great capabilities. If this is the darkest pit we ever fell into, then remember that we'll get out of it again. As out of the ashes, we shall rise again. If there is something that you desire, then know that it is yours. So, see the prize, grit your teeth, and go for it with every ounce of your energy inside. This is your opportunity to reborn and grab glory. Forget your past. What you do today, from this moment on, is how you will be remembered. At the end of my oration, I would like to remind you all that it is within us to be great and to be successful. So wake up, progress, hustle, and exhibit to the world that rising from the ashes I am born again, powerful, exalted, majestic through all the pain. Thank you so much.
Very good, Zoha. Now, I would like to call here Rauf from Nasra School afternoon. Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels.
A very good morning to everyone. The great philosopher, the great poet Allama Muhammad Iqbal said, "Vision without power does bring moral evolution, but cannot give a lasting culture." Madam President, undoubtedly, in order to accomplish anything great, we require two basic things: vision and power of action. Without vision and power of action. If you are passionate about a goal or dream of yours, then don't stop until you achieve it. Do whatever it takes. It's unequivocally true that vision is the seed of achievements. All achievements originate from vision. A best-selling author, Joel Abarkar, said, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes time. But vision with action can change the world. When we visualize things, we can materialize things." Wow, what a statement it is. Madam President, the most important caution that need to be taken care is reinforcing vision with the power of action. Without this power, the vision will lose its potential to become a reality or achievement. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. Bob Proctor, the renowned American philosopher and author of inspirational movies Secret, says, "If you can hold anything in your mind and throws, you can hold that thing in your hands." All great achievers of mankind use this power of vision to accomplish great things, to accomplish hoping success in their respective fields. Lincoln used this power to become a great president and achieve vision of abolishing slavery. My dear opponents, Louis Pasteur used this power to find a cure of rabies. Similarly, Einstein, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Martin Luther King, and Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, and many, many more personages like them all use this power of vision to accomplish great things in their lives. My dear opponent, even highly successful organization and an individual all have an extreme clear vision of where they are going. The caution that is to be taken care is a caution of is supplementing and vision with the action, as Vance Havner, the great American revivalist, has beautifully said. Vision must be followed by the venture. It's not enough to steer up the step. We must step up the stairs. In the last, the word of advice to all those who accomplish great things in their lives. We must use the power of vision in combination with the power of timely action. Never have a lack of goals. Goals give a life meaning. Vision is everything. Dream enormously big. Stop playing small. Think, where are you headed? Stay focused at all time. It's never too late. True success is all about working forward to meaningful dreams and goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Hira. Now I would like to call Amna Farid from Nasra School Afternoon. Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Hello.
Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness. A very good morning to all of you. We as a nation are very worried and disappointed about our present and our future from few decades, especially the last one. We were trying hard to make our beloved Pakistan a developed country. Terrorism was the biggest obstacle in our way, but fortunately and successfully, we removed that obstacle and proved that we are peaceful. Still, we are not the winners. Still, we are facing many problems. But wait, are we the first one who are trying to make it to the list of developed countries? No, there are many countries who face tough challenges to be successful. Did it happen due to the leaders? No, of course not. The whole nation was a part of that fight. There is a misconception around us that we are fighting with our enemies. If we are doing so, then we should not do that. The only fight of ours is with ourselves. So my opponents, awake. It's an alarm for us that we as a nation should fulfill our duties with honesty. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of India and a great author, once said, "If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun." How very true he is. People say sun burns. I say it lightens up too. Madam President, innovation is the primary driving force behind developments. It's the strategic way for building a modernized economy. Dear opponents, I must tell you, China was a victim of many problems like unemployment, air pollution, overpopulation, and many, many more. But they fight bravely with these problems and started to innovate their daily lives. President, after World War I, Germany faced many issues, but after several years of hardship, they again flourished themselves, and now they have the biggest export around the globe. Japan is also a peaceful and a successful country. They faced very uncommon disaster, even though they faced 2 nuclear attacks, but after many years of hard work, they're among the top ones among developed countries. There are many nations who were very unstable before, but now they're successful. They all were united and determined for success. We should be passionate for success. We as a nation should stay united and start to do our works with passion. As long as there is life, there is a potential, and as long as there is a potential, there will be success. You can rise above any situation and achieve your dreams, just like a phoenix. In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix must burn. In the last, I would like to share a greatly inspiring quote by a great author, Dilip Batija. He said, "Rise from your ashes and become the phoenix. Let your glory and wisdom keep blazing on forever. This is your chance. This is your time. Remake your life into something truly spectacular." Thank you.
Thank you. Our next contestant is Saqib Hussain, and the topic is Awake, Rise from the Ashes to Glory and Greatness. I think he's not here. So let's call upon our next contestant, Muhammad Huzaifa. Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheels.
Assalamu alaikum. Mr. President, it is being said that vision is necessary for the youth country, men group and an united nation to develop and get success. Yes, this is all about vision. But Mr. President, this vision needs the power, as in the given resolution, the comparison of Ferrari is with vision, and the thing which is to be raised is power and will. Mr. President, when the vision is born into any society, the men of this society put their all efforts for the mission which is to be obtained. So the vision with power, before 1400 years ago, the Sahaba Radiallahu Anh were very upset. The Sahaba Radiallahu Anh were very upset after the rihlat of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but when they had vision and made mission to spread the Islam in all over the world, so their efforts, sacrifices and hardships are not still found in the world. And Mr. President, this vision with power got the success and deen of known all over the world. So their efforts, sacrifices and deen of known all over the world. And Mr. President, this vision with power got the success and deen of known all over the world. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon a junior, Yusra Arif from Beacon Light Academy, for Vision Without Power is a Ferrari without wheels. Audience, can you please motivate and praise this young kid?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum. I am Yusra Arif from grade 2, and today I will be doing a speech on topic Vision without power is a Ferrari without wheel. All the great achievers of mankind has used the power of vision to achieve whooping success. Lord Holmes said, "Believe in yourself and believe what you want to achieve." Trust me, there are 2 important days of your life. One when you were born, and the other you found out why. खुदा ने आज तक इस कौम की हालत नहीं बदली, ना हो जिसको ख्याल आप अपनी हालत के बदलने का. Success comes to those who are busy looking for it. Behind a successful man, there's a lot of unsuccessful heirs. Failure will never overtake you if your determination to success is strong enough. Vision without power brings moral elimination but cannot give a lasting culture. The history behind Ferrari is also an inspirational story. There was a 10-year-old boy who wanted to be a racing car driver, although he belonged from a poor family and he was a poor blacksmith. He experienced the First World War that took his brother and his father's lives away. He nearly ended starving to death. But finally, he did get a job in Lancia. He built engines and attached wheels to them. But the passion burning inside him, the passion of making the best race car in the world, with an engine beyond anyone's wildest imagination, was his purpose. And then Ferrari became a global brand. Put the steering wheel on the Ferrari and learn to steer it yourself now. Thank you.
That was a great speech, Yusra. Next, we have Ammar bin Talha for the topic Judge Me Like You Do.
Mr. President, I said my mom that I want Mary. She was staring at me for a moment and then said, "Why do you want so early? Your age is only 16 years old." I replied, "If girls can marry at this stage, so why we can't?" Mr. President, my first rishta came, but refused by the bridal side, and then second, third, fourth, at least 15 refused. Mr. President, my parents got sad, but I did not. Mr. President, I was coming to deliver my speech. Everybody panicked. And then now, when I will tell my topic, when I will topic, everybody we thank you.
And last but not the least, Muhammad Asim from Madrasatul Anwar, Shall We Not Avenge?
Mr. President, fire. Fire is one of the four basic factors of universe. But when this factor overcomes the rest, then nothing is left except destruction. Yes, Mr. President. Not burning, but floating fire river in the streets of paradise, like a hell. Everywhere the noise of crying babies, children, women. Women are being disrespected by these human-like dressed animals. Babies are being killed by Indian army in front of their mothers. It's a Muslim state named Kashmir, where once people were independent to adopt their religion. But today, calling over the azan is forbidden. Offering salah is prohibited. It doesn't end here, Mr. President. But they have also used the curfew power to enforce the Muslims to stay in their houses more than a time period of 5 months. But silence. Silence of our Pakistani government and all the countries governed by Muslims. Our the lying Kashmiri Muslim blood is mysterious. Shall we not avenge? Mr. President, the environment is bloodied, and the days are burned. The storms of battles have covered the precious Muslim blood lying in the streets of Halab, Balabak, and Damascus. And I am paining by listening the louding cries ever. بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. I am hearing the higher voices of Aisha, Umar, and Fatima. I am looking the fierce, dark, and horrible scenario of this cruel world. This is not any state of calling out terrorist Taliban. But this is a dictatorship of Syria, which is supported and empowered by the largest democratic country of the world, Russia. So, Mr. President, shall we not revenge from the double-faced world? Mr. President, my soul, and my body is like a bird which has been crushed under the feet of human after splitting from its flower. I had a dream which I intended to fulfill for my nation. Nobody has still done it. I was with my children on the hopeful way, when suddenly I heard the loud laughing of human-like dressed animals. They separated me from my children and threw me in the prison, where still I am crying. I am dying out of hunger. I am being treated like animals. And when I am ordered to walk on the paper of Holy Book, I denied it and announced, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. I am a daughter of this soil, not for sale, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President, the prisoner number 650, Dr. Afia Siddiqui. Dear listeners, revenge, it wasn't our past. Revenge, it wasn't our history, because we were a great symbol of victory. We were not divided in religious sects and caste. But today, we have to think that, why did this time come? As we are forced to say that, shall we not revenge? Think a little, Mr. President. Think a little. Thanks for listening.
Great performance, all the contestants. Now, Sir Rahil, please could you elevate to the stage to say a few words?
Thank you. Don't worry, I won't be taking the podium to say any few words. We'll be moving forward, and as you all know that हम बहुत सारे कंपटीशन में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि जी कंपटीशन ख़त्म होता है, उसके बाद उसके विनर्स अनाउंस कर दिए जाते हैं और जजेस को बुला के शील्ड दे दी जाती है, बाकी सबको बुला के अवार्ड्स दे दिए जाते हैं, इवेंट ख़त्म हो जाता है. फॉर द पार्टिसिपेंट्स आई रियली नो अच्छा जजेस, एक नाम कॉल हुआ था ड्यूरिंग द कंपटीशन, उस वक्त पार्टिसिपेंट नहीं थे, अब वो आ चुके हैं. इफ यू अलाउ हिम, ही इज द ओनली वन लेफ्ट. कैन वी? ओके.
And that would be Saqib Hussain. Topic: Awake, rise from the ashes to glory and greatness.
Awake, rises from ashes to glory and greatness. Awake, we are living in the country where the hopes are hanged alive. Awake, we are living in the country where feeble eyes are awaited to see the auspicious dawn of truth, but they die by seeing the wedding chapter of darkness. Awake, we are living in the society where a 6-year-old Zainab Ansari being raped and murdered on 4th January 2018. Awake, we are living in the country where thousands are tortured and every day, every morning they saw a dream of freedom, but they're being busted into trillion flesh pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, awake from the sound slumbers of sleepiness and rise from ashes to glory and greatness. Respected sir, awake, open your eyes from the sound slumbers of sleepiness and rise from ashes to glory and greatness. Mr. President, over the centuries, the world has witnessed the tragic spirals of turmoil where the hopes are hanged alive. Over the centuries, the honor and valor of passionate living souls have suffered in the street of cruelty. Over the centuries, the humanity has stumbled before the beast of brutality. I stand here as a representative of truth, justice, factuality, and reality with the points of fact. To open your eyes, the eyes which have been covered under the grab of misconception, misunderstanding, misleads, and extremism. There's a famous proverb, those who complain are coward, as indeed my friends did so. My eyes became full of tears when I see a society cries, when a little innocent children weeps for the single loaf of bread. A society cries when a mother buries alive her 6 years old daughter who shedded tears for the single glass of milk. A society cries when a father hit his head with wall while seeing his son is being chewed in the teeth of injustice. A society cries when the dignities of women are crushed under the feet of male harassment. A society cries when 123 students of Army Public School Peshawar were bulleted sire. The world witnessed the blood oozing out from the lacerated bodies of young, sinless and passionate who raped into green jersey. The same society cries, the same society shout, give your blood till the lasting fragrance of freedom. Give your blood till the lasting fragrance of freedom. Mr. President, the world witnessed in the history of 1857, so-called the War of Independence, where the screams of innocent scattered in the air, the fettered and tattered flesh pieces of bodies remained on the scattered red ground of battlefield, but every living soul shouted, independence, independence, independence. Glory is path of those who love to live, aspire to achieve, dream to die, but never bow. And this is the reason that 1947, the freedom was mine. This is the reason in 1965, the victory was mine. This is the reason the families of Peshawar, APS Peshawar are mine. And this is the reason if I die with the belief that it will not be a simple death, but martyrdom, then in the end, should my nation flag cover the coffin? And I swear, no victory, whatever so great, and no end, whatever is so sweet. Thank you.
क्या करें? We have one more same case, one participant जिनका नाम कॉल हुआ था वो उस वक्त नहीं थे. This is the end. हाँ? नहीं और तो हैं भी नहीं. और कोई पार्टिसिपेंट ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने इंग्लिश में रजिस्टर हुए हो और उनकी स्पीच ना हुई हो? आपकी रजिस्ट्रेशन हुई थी सुबह? Okay. Muhammad Azam, judge me like you do. This is the last speaker of English.
Mr. President, the day is ongoing. Before 1 week, I met Harim Shah, and my photo was viral on Twitter. Then what had been, Mr. President? I was contacted by the government of Pakistan. They said to me, why are you handing over our property? How dare you do that? You do that. You will be punished strictly for that. Mr. President, I answered, judge me like you do. Mr. President, second marriage, my mom was really amazed. Azam, are you incensed? I said, I was quiet without any face expression. Didn't you learn anything from your first marriage? I smiled to reply, Mom. Mom, I have learned much from my mistake, but I want to learn a few more. Mom was really angry. She cried, Azam, this is not a playgroups game. I replied, judge me like you did. Then Mr. President, I know what had happened to me. Let it go. However, have you ever tested the hangers of mom? Mr. President, yesterday, me and my wife went shopping to Sadar. My wife entered in a shop and saw a gold necklace and said to me, please buy it for me. I asked about its price. It was too much expensive. I said to my wife, I cannot afford it. It is out of my range. She replied that you cannot afford a single necklace for me? You don't love me? I think you have understood what happened next, Mr. President. Yes, I was kicked out of my own house. However, at night, I saw a man sitting by the tree. I asked, what happened to you? What is your problem? He said, my problem is my wife. And who are you? I said, oh, then judge me like you do. Mr. President, Pakistani team lost in its home ground. I wrote an outstanding article about the worst performance of Pakistani cricket team. And also, I referred some changes in scout. Head coach of Pakistani cricket team contacted me and asked, what is your average in your time? What was your average in your time? I replied, it is not necessary to be a cricketer. Judge me like you do. However, Mr. President, you must read my columns in Dawn News. My name is Azam Sheikh. Thanks.
Alright, thank you so much. Without further ado, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा हमारे जजेस से, बिकॉज आई बिलीव फॉर द पार्टिसिपेंट्स किसी की भी स्पीच ज़्यादा ज़रूरी जजेस की स्पीचेस होती हैं, बिकॉज you really want to have your feedback on your performances. So to start with, I would like to request Hassan bin Zaki to please take the podium. Abhi nahi kiya final. Okay, if anybody has finalized the score, they can come up first. You three can decide. Okay, please give a huge round of applause. Nurus Sabah Tawqir.
So, a few things about the competition, first of all. At around 9:45 a.m., I got a call asking me where I was. And I almost wanted to say, why should I be punctual right back? But I had to, because I was here to judge you like I do. And I could have been not punctual, but when I saw how well-organized the event was, English serious, English humorous, English serious, English humorous. It started on time. The participants were here on time. The judges were here on time. Even if they weren't, you can't judge them. That's our job. But still, looking at how well organized the event was, I could tell that this is an event that could have been organized by 2 people only. Both of them Akhtars, one of them either Rahil Akhtar or Adnan Akhtar. So, that being said, the quality of the competition was great. as always, school and college students, you are just starting out, and to see you do so well is always a delight. There were a few issues, most of them were persistent, recurrent. For example, the pronunciation of a few words. Beloved, most of you kept pronouncing it as beloved. Undoubtedly, most of you kept pronouncing it as undoubtedly. Misconception, not misconception. Step, not step. And prosperity, for some reason, prosperity was pronounced as prosperity by a couple of people. So when you're ho jata hai, when you're speaking and when you're speaking in a flow, it happens that you slip up. Right? It happens that you mispronounce. So when you're practicing, make sure there's a tip, there's a trick you can do. What you can do is, all of you probably have smartphones. If you don't have, borrow one from your parents or your teachers and record yourself. Record your speech and then listen to it and then try to correct, try to make, corrections and rectifications. That being said, the topics were well chosen. Most of you, some of you did good on your research, so especially for humorous declamations. When you're here as a humorous speaker, you have to look at the recent developments in the country. So for example, some of you mentioned Mere Paas Tomo and the death of Danish and all of that, which is good because almost all of us, even those who haven't seen the drama, such as me, because I am not an idiot, but even those of us who haven't seen the drama, we know what happens. And because there was a hype, right? Similarly, the PSL 5 song, even those of us who haven't heard it, like me, because again, I'm not an idiot, but even those of us who haven't heard it know that it's bad and people don't like it, right? People who picked up on those cues, picked up what would immediately click with the audience, immediately relate with them, you obviously stood out. This is something that I always tell students and speakers, make sure you stand out. Even if it's a humorous or a serious declamation, sticking to the same old 1945, 1947, and then terrorism and all, even when you stick to those, it gets a little redundant, a little repetitive, a little, boring, dull, monotonous, uninspiring. Come up with new ideas, which some of you did. Some of you, one speaker had something to say about Emily Bronte, about women not being able to publish under their own names. Some of you mentioned the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Little Boy and Fat Man. These are new things that you bring up that, make you stand apart from the crowd, stand aside and really shine. One last thing is that I know that in a declamation, you argue with rhyme. In a debate, you argue with reason. That being said, it doesn't mean that you can, make up your own facts or go around whatever is happening. So make sure that if you're presenting an example or a news or a fact, make sure it's not misquoted. So for example, someone said, these are tiny things, but they matter because we are marking you on everything. So someone said the species of octopus. Now, octopus is not a species. There are 300 species of octopus, such as, cuttlefish and nautilus, all of those. There are 300 species of octopus. Octopus is a class. It belongs to the class Octopoda. So a tiny thing like this can bring you down, right? So make sure that if you're saying something, you have it on record. One speaker said something about every day there are bomb blasts and tourists have stopped coming. Right now, maybe 5 years ago, that was absolutely true. Right now, every day there aren't. In fact, if you keep up with the news, you would know that the events of terrorism have gone down by more than 200% in the last year. Tourists have actually started frequenting Pakistan more and more. In fact, we made it to the Forbes top 20 or top 10 list for tourism. So make sure that your facts are on point, because if you misquote, it could bring you down, right? And towards the end, I would just like to read out a passage which relates to one of your topics, which was chosen for today. It is not my own. Just to give you an example of how to deliver a serious declamation, how to orate, right? This is from, and I was very happy when one student actually went back to Shakespeare and quoted him, because it is from Shakespeare, one of the topics. It's called Shall We Not Revenge? It's from Shakespeare. It's from the play called The Merchant of Venice. To give you some context, in The Merchant of Venice, there's a Jew called, what's he called? Shylock, yes, Shylock. And he has been tricked by this man, and now he's, pumped up for revenge. He wants to take revenge. And someone says to him, but why do you want to take revenge? Like, what good will it do to you? And this is what he says when he replies or he responds. It will feed nothing else. Nothing else. It will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated my enemies. And what's his reason? What's his reason? That I am a Jew? Hath a Jew not eyes? Hath a Jew not hands, organs, reasons, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we shall resemble in the rest. The villainy that you teach me, I will execute, and it shall be hard. It shall be hard. So this was just an example, take it home. I have individual, again, critique for all of you, for all students. So students, teachers who want to discuss more with me, they can come after the event is over, and I shall be very happy to oblige. Remember, even if you don't win, it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe it matters a little, but you will learn. Failure is not fatal. Failure is not final. Setbacks are not set in stone. And this competition is not and should not be the last competition of your life, unless you're graduating. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nurusaba. And it's people like you and the people sitting in the front row and one standing with the speaker. People like them are the reasons that we are able to disrupt the public speaking circuit here in Karachi. Judges का बाद में तारुफ हो जाएगा, but मैं चाहूँगा जो students यहाँ बैठे हैं, please give a round of applause to one of the coach of Speak Smart Pakistan who did immensely well with Wahaj school students, Hadi Faruqi. Please take your seat in the front, please. So we, on purpose, we didn't put these people who are the coaches in the judgment panel because it might cause some biasness. So Hadi Faruqi, Hafsa Tahir, they were not in the judgment panel, but they were the one who coached these people. Moving on, I would like to request Umair Rashid to please come on the stage and share his views. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Umair Rashid from ABC College, and Assalamu alaikum. The topic of my speech is this. अब मैं अगर ये बोलूँ ना तो समझ आती है, क्योंकि मुझे कोई टाइम रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं दी हुई किसी ने, सही है। लेकिन अगर कोई और आके आप में से जिसके पास सिर्फ 3 से 4 मिनट का टाइम है, वो आके ये सब बोले और सिर्फ 20-25 सेकंड तो उसने ज़ाया कर दिए, ठीक है। तो ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें होती हैं जो आपको थोड़ा सा डाउन कर देती हैं। आई थिंक मैम नूर ने इतना कुछ बता दिया है कि बताने की अब ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ पॉइंट्स जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं डेक्लेमेशन के लिहाज से, उनमें से सबसे पहली चीज़ ये है कि जब आप डेक्लेमेशन स्टार्ट करते हो तो यू ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद अ पिक्चराइजेशन, ठीक है। अगर कोई आके टॉपिक इंट्रोड्यूस करा रहा है या डिबेट बोल रहा है डेक्लेमेशन को, तो ये सब चीज़ें गलत हो जाती हैं, ठीक है। उसके बाद आती है बॉडी, देन आफ्टर कंक्लूजन, इस तरह पूरी एक डेक्लेमेशन का पैटर्न है। अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमें उसी के ऊपर जज करना पड़ता है। तो अगर कोई नई रिवायत शुरू करना है, करने पे आ रहा है, तो उसके लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए आपको और उसका पैटर्न चेंज करने में बहुत टाइम लगेगा। लेकिन अभी जो पैटर्न है हमें उसी के ऊपर जज करना होता है। उसके अलावा प्रोनाउंसिएशन के काफ़ी सारे मसाइल देखने को नज़र आए, और एक ने तो एक्सट्रीमिज़म को एक्सट्रीमिज़म करके कायदे आज़म बना दिया था। उसके अलावा एक दो वर्ड होता है, उसको किसी ने थो बोला था। तो इस तरह के कुछ खैर मेरे पास सबके इंडिविजुअल क्रिटिक्स मौजूद हैं कि अगर कोई जानना चाहे। उसके अलावा दूसरी जो मेन इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग है वो डेक्लेमेशन के लिहाज से, वो ये है कि आपकी ब्रिजिंग जो होती है, जब आप कुछ बोल रहे होते हो, जब आप एक पैराग्राफ को एंड कर रहे होते हो, तो वो काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंस रखती है। एक स्ट्रेट फ्लो में जाना और एक पूरा ब्रिज करके जाना, खूबसूरती खुद ब खुद आ जाती है उसके अंदर। सेकंड ये वाली चीज़ हो गई। तो ये एक दो चीज़ें हैं जो कि आप लोगों को अब आगे से माइंड में रखनी है। और आज यहाँ पे कोई हार के नहीं जाएगा, क्योंकि सब ने बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंसेस दी हैं। आपके पास सिर्फ 3 से 4 मिनट का टाइम था, जो कि बहुत लिमिटेड टाइम होता है। एक और चीज़ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़, कुछ लोग आते हैं यहाँ पे और आके कुछ ना कुछ भूल जाते हैं या स्टक हो जाते हैं बीच में। एक बात याद रखें कि इनमें से किसी को भी नहीं पता कि आपका कंटेंट क्या है, सही है? तो अगर आप भूल रहे हो या कहीं पर छोटा सा ग्लिच आ जाता है तो उसको ओवरकम करो। एक पार्टिसिपेंट आई थी यहाँ पे जो कि हल्का सा उनका फ्लो आया, लेकिन उन्होंने बाद में बहुत अच्छा ओवरकम किया, तो आई रियली अप्रिशिएट हिम। और इसके अलावा बस यही 2-3 बातें थी। मेरे पास सबके क्रिटिक्स मौजूद हैं। अगर किसी को इंडिविजुअल कुछ भी ज़रूरत पड़े तो वो मेरे पास आए। आई वुड बी रियली हैप्पी और विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर फ्यूचर। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच उमैर एंड सो नाइस ऑफ यू। हमेशा आप लोग एक कॉल पे इस तरह से आते हैं एंड सपोर्ट करते हैं इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव्स को। द लास्ट जूरी मेंबर दैट वी हैव इज हसन बिन ज़की। आई वुड लाइक टू रिक्वेस्ट प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज एंड शेयर योर व्यूज अबाउट द कंपटीशन। हसन।
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm very thankful to the whole organizing team of this competition, to the Wales College for organizing for the very first time this inter-Karachi school and college competition. I'm thankful to Rahil Bhai because I remember that for the very first time when he was training the students of this school and college, I was there as a guest speaker, and I remember that there were students who performed very well, and after that time I have seen these students in so many other competitions taking positions and performing very well then. So here the results will be announced later on, but जब हम बात करते हैं इंग्लिश डेक्लेमेशन की या स्पीच की, तो उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं। नूरुसबा तौकीर और उमैर सब कुछ बता के चले गए हैं, सो इट इज़ अ लिटिल लेफ्ट फॉर मी, लेकिन स्टिल फॉर एन आइडिया वो बताना चाहूँगा। जब हम इंग्लिश डेक्लेमेशन की बात कर रहे हैं तो वी हैव लाइक ग्रामर भी उसमें आती है, प्रोनाउंसिएशंस भी आती हैं, प्रॉपर यूज़ ऑफ वर्ड्स वो भी उसमें आ रहा होता है, साइंटेक्स जो आप यूज़ कर रहे होते हैं वो उसमें आ रहा होता है, ingenuity of expressions, how pure your expressions are with your words। उसमें फिर आपकी पोइटिसिटी है, पिक्चराइजेशन है, जिसमें आप पूरा एक सिनारियो बिल्ड करते हो, और इसके अलावा जो आपकी वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन होती है डैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन डेक्लेमेशन और स्पीच, जिसमें आपका प्रॉपर एक ग्राफ बनना चाहिए। और उसमें एक पूरा जैसा साइन वेव चलता है ना, यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द वेरी लो और उसके बाद फिर आप उसको लेकर जाते हो विद लाइक टाइम फ्रेम, उसके बाद फिर आप बिल्कुल एंड में जाके उसको गिराते हो। और इसके बाद फिर रेलिवेंसी ऑफ द टॉपिक, देयर वर मैनी स्पीचेस जो कि अच्छी थी बट दे वर नॉट रेलिवेंट टू देयर टॉपिक। आइडियाज़ एंड एग्जांपल्स, बहुत सारे अच्छे आइडियाज़ थे, एग्जांपल्स अच्छी थी, बट अगेन वही बात, दे वर नॉट रेलिवेंट टू द टॉपिक। और इसके अलावा सो मैनी स्टूडेंट्स जो कि यहाँ पर आए, जब आप आते हो वहाँ से अपनी सीट से उठकर स्टेज तक, तो वहीं से जो जजेस होते हैं दे स्टार्ट काउंटिंग ऑन यू। तो आकर आप जिस तरह से खड़े हो रहे हो, जिस तरह से माइक सेट कर रहे हो, एंड व्हेन यू टेक द परमिशन, वो हर एक चीज़ काउंट हो रही है। और एक चीज़ जो मैंने नोट की, स्पेशली मैनी स्टूडेंट्स वर यूजिंग लाइक मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, देयर वाज नो मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट हियर। जो आपकी होस्ट होती हैं जो इस चीज़ को होस्ट कर रही होती हैं बेसिकली वही मिस प्रेसिडेंट थी. तो कुछ थी जिन्होंने मिस प्रेसिडेंट यूज़ किया था, बट देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु वर यूजिंग लाइक मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट. वी वर नॉट लाइक मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, वी वर जजेस. इसके बाद हैंड गेस्चर्स और जो आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज थी दैट वाज गुड. मोस्टली मतलब जो स्टूडेंट्स आए थे उनकी अच्छी थी. मेमोराइजेशन में बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लॉस थे. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स थे जो कि हर चीज़ में अच्छे थे, बट उन्होंने जो स्पीच थी वो प्रॉपर याद नहीं की हुई थी. और होता यही है कि जब आप आ रहे हो और अगर आपको स्पीच याद नहीं है तो फिर आपकी जो सारी चीज़ होती है ना वो वन बाय वन डिस्टर्ब होना शुरू हो जाती है. और द लास्ट वन, टाइम फ्रेम. यू हैव टू मैनेज अप द टाइम विद, या जो आपकी स्पीच तैयार है जो टाइम फ्रेम आपको दिया गया है उसमें आपको अपना टाइम मैनेज करना होता है. बाकी इंडिविजुअली क्रिटिक्स जो हैं वो सारी 1 to 1 मेरे पास मौजूद हैं. आफ्टर द अनाउंसमेंट ऑफ रिजल्ट्स एनीवन ऑफ यू कैन कम एंड गेट एन आइडिया कि उन्होंने कहाँ पे गलती की. थैंक यू सो मच अगेन. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सो मच हसन, सो नाइस ऑफ यू. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा CEO वहाज कॉलेज एंड वहाज स्कूल एंड वेल्स कॉलेज, सर वहाज से, प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज सर, so that we can present mementos to our esteemed judges. सबसे पहले मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा हमारे जूरी पैनल के मेंबर हसन बिन जकी से टू प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज एंड रिसीव हिज मोमेंटो फ्रॉम सर वहाज. स्कोर्स अभी फाइनल होने हैं तो तालियां आपकी शायद ये डिसाइड करवा दें, कुछ जजेस को कुछ थोड़ा सा इम्प्रेस कर दें. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा उमैर रशीद से टू प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज. And lastly, I would request Nurus Sabah Tawqir to please come on the stage. Thank you so much, Sir Wahaj. Thank you. हम यहाँ पर एक क्विक मैक्सिमम 20 मिनट्स का एक ब्रेक लेंगे जिसमें जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स एंड चैपरॉन्स हैं रिफ्रेशमेंट सर्व हो चुका है बाहर आपके लिए. जजेस को हम लोग कोच करेंगे. हमारा उर्दू पैनल यहाँ सब मुकम्मल है. मैं बहुत दिल से और बहुत अदब और बहुत एहतराम के साथ वेलकम करेंगे आप सबकी तालियों में. तमाम इस वक्त जो कराची डिबेट सर्किट मौजूद है उन सब की रहनुमाई गाइडेंस करने वाले उनके उस्ताद सर आबिद अली उमंग को वेलकम करेंगे. शुक्रगुजार है सर आपके. वी नो यू आर रियली बिजी और आपने ये दावतनामा कबूल किया. थैंक यू सो मच. वी आर रियली ऑनर्ड कि आप आज यहाँ मौजूद हैं. तो मैं फिर रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, मैक्सिमम ये 20 मिनट का ब्रेक होगा. जजेस भी इस दौरान अपना रिफ्रेशमेंट लेंगे, आप लोग भी लेंगे, सो दैट वी कैन स्टार्ट उर्दू कॉम्पिटिशन ऑन टाइम एज वेल, जिस तरह हमने अंग्रेजी शुरू किया था, ताकि फिर हम उसको भी टाइम में मुकम्मल कर सकें. ऑलराइट जी, वॉलंटियर्स मौजूद हैं. प्लीज़ अगर वेल्स कॉलेज की जो ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम है वो यहाँ दरवाजे पे आ जाए, और इबाद प्लीज़ एस्कॉर्ट द जजेस फॉर द लंच.
श्योर
जी प्लीज़.